In this world, you grow up. As you grow, you meet someone, either a man or a woman, and both of you decide to share one or two things together. Now, in all of this journey, there is one thing that we should pray for: not to meet heartless people or people who are backward. When I say backward, I'm not saying someone who is from the village or who does not know what it is in the city. I mean, someone who, regardless of anything, wants to pull you down. All they think of is backwardness, demotion. That is all they want. They will stand against your progress. If they hear that you got this appointment or you got a piece of land and you are telling them, let us develop this together, they will always come up with an excuse or something why you should not do it. Now, you're not asking them for money. You're only seeking for moral support, or you are telling them. They will look for everything to make sure you don't have it. If you know what I mean. Right now, you, Edochie, is in a mess. You know, he thinks he's a stubborn person. If you've been on this platform, you must have watched some video, where he's talking with Judy Austin and he's talking blagger dash, saying that he does not forgive, he believes more in the Old Testament, this and that. And when he said it, and I'm like, seriously? It means that May should punish you the same Old Testament way. No forgiveness. Yes. Well, for those who do not know, the case between both of them have been in the courts. They are separated, as we all know. But Yul believes that he owns that house. He believes that he owns May. I am telling you, Yul believes that he owns May, regardless of whatever you think he is, with those crackling voice and all of that. Regardless of all of this thing, this guy believes that he owns May. Why? Because he paid the bride price of May. So he believes that he owns May. And regardless of the divorce that is ongoing, they have not settled that yet. That is still pending and ongoing. The reason why this is pending and ongoing is because the family of Yul are looking for ways to kind of manipulate, to kind of deceive May. The family of Yul, yes, that's what they are doing. I'm talking about Pete Edochie. I'm talking about the mother of Yul. I'm talking about some aunties. They are trying to encourage May. Why? You see, families do this thing sometimes. At times, families do not want to tell the truth. They know that their own child or children have done wrong and they have gone, in certain directions that are brutal and that are not good. But because they are trying to keep their own interest, they'll be like, you know what, it's still your husband. Don't worry, keep praying. We'll be praying too. We'll disgrace him. He's a nonsense child. But all they are doing is to make sure that both of you stick together. Why? Because of certain things, such as that house. You see, Yul does not have any other thing in his life to his name. He doesn't have something reasonable to his name that he can lay hold on. That house in Lagos, for that matter, not in Anambra, not in Enugu, not in one town or village. No, that house in Lagos is like the greatest thing in his life. So he's fighting tooth and nail to make sure that that house is sold, or they give the house to him, or the house is divided into two. Something has to happen. He's not ready to give up that house. So because of this, May had to work behind the scene with a lawyer to make sure that Yul is dealt with. And Yul, being the kind of person that he is, believing that he is a popular figure, believing that he has dream and aspiration to be president, I don't know, the president or maybe president of Judy Austin's Pekus. That is what he is, president of Judy Austin's Pekus. And you know that kind of president, those kind of mumu president, not a real active president. That is what he is. So he is believing in himself too much. And this is the reason why the court ordered that the police and even the DSS should deal with him should he try in any way to sneak in, to try to act like he's crazy, like he wants to go see the children. No. According to the ruling, he cannot come close to those children, maybe on camera. That's the only way they can speak, because May is worried, afraid for those children. She is not sure of what they will request from Mr. Yule, the demonic man, who might want to sacrifice one of his children again, hoping that he is going to hit it big, is going to be in great money and wealth. She is not sure of it, so she's not going to allow. So right now, the court has given her custody, which is the normal thing. They will give them for the underage, they'll give, and also the house. They are not going to live on the street. Thank God it is Lagos. So the law in Lagos as regards this is very clear. Yes, that's it. It is very clear. If it were somewhere else, maybe the law there might be different. Maybe there might be a different approach. But here in Lagos, you cannot just misbehave. It's just not possible. So as it is right now, May is working behind the scene to make sure that you stays behind bars if he wants to misbehave more, if he wants to act crazy. You know, a house that you live before, oftentimes you know the nook and cranny of that house. You know everywhere. CCTV had to be installed. And also, May had to look for another place to live, because if you are living in a house where a person lived with you and later became an enemy, you have to be very careful. That person knows everything. That person knows back and front. That person knows the corner, knows, you know what I mean? So she had to be extremely careful. And that is the reason why she had to get personal security. That is why police often would drive around that place to make sure. And she herself is also very much careful, because these wicked people can come from Enugu with something to put on the ground again, hoping that once this is put on the ground, this will kind of create some physical and spiritual inconveniences for whoever wants to live in that house. This is how terrible this is. So these things are happening. And if you watch the previous video, I told you that Edochie called his father, Peter Edochie. This is not just me speaking, even confirmed by Lover. Called his father, Peter Edochie, after he warned May to desist from social media. Can you just imagine such foolish, stupid audacity? Calling May, don't come on social media. Don't come on social media. I have warned you. And since she refused, he called his own father to call May, to tell May not to come up on social media. Why? Because of his sensitivity, that he doesn't want people to start trolling him and his wife on social media. Whereas they're on social media shaming themselves, thinking that they are shaming May. Can you see how spoiled, how evil, how bad Yul Edochie is? He's so spoiled. He's so spoiled. I don't know whatever it is that is happening in that family called, the Edochie's family. But what I'm seeing, I'm smelling is dirty. It is unsavory. It is nonsense. It is not even good to look at all. I don't know what you are thinking about this one. So right now, you chains on your hand and leg. They will throw you inside of the dungeon. Be careful, man. Like and share this video. Subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.